Okay, so welcome back to the channel today. Adam from RC Action Australia. Big thank you for everyone who has liked and subscribed to the channel. If you haven't already liked and subscribed, please consider. So, haven't done a video for a bit over a week now. We did that awesome RC car giveaway, was my last video. Now the lucky winner, I've contacted them, I've got all their details, so that car is going off to the lucky winner. So that just means that we're on to the next build, and with everything at the moment, obviously postage is very slow. I've got lots of things on the way, slowly getting some things trickling in. So I've got a few things on the go at the moment. So as you would have known, I had the Futaba FX10. So we've got some brand new parts trees in for this one, and we've got some decals and whatnot, so lots of things happening there. I've also got a brand new set of decals and a new body coming for that, original decals. And I've got obviously my Ampro Engineering Falcon, so I've got all the Ampro parts here, all the braces and whatnot, so there'll be a full build on that one coming up. But today's video is basically looking at a new kit, because I got sick and tired of waiting for things to arrive and holding up my progress on some projects pretty much. So I ducked down to my local hobby shop, Frontline Hobbies at Broadmeadow. Got some good kits, but they've basically all the stock they got in recently just has gone. Still a few things left, and I've just picked up this F103GT. It's obviously a Toyota Gazoo racing sort of hybrid style car. So basically, long story short, with this one, I purchased a F104 Formula 1 car online through that hobby shop, and a click and collect order. Now, unfortunately, I went there the next day to collect it, and they'd sold it to someone that day off the floor, which is a little bit, wasn't overly happy with it, but they hooked me up with the F103GT for a great price, and then it told me that in their September order there was a whole host more of the F104s coming. So I've got one of those coming as well, so you'll see that on the channel. So today's video, I want to unbox it and show you what's in it. I've had a quick look. There's very little to this car. The chassis itself is very minimal. So I want to do a quick unboxing. I want to build the chassis, show you what the chassis looks like, and then I'll leave the body and whatnot to another day, just because the body does look quite intricate, and I want to spend some time with it and get it looking very nice. So let's unbox and see what's in the kit before we build it. Okay, so let's see what is in the box. So I haven't actually built a car like this before. As you can see, the chassis there, it's quite minimal. The chassis itself. Now, this kit doesn't come with a speed controller. It comes with a standard 540 motor, and which I'll probably start off just with the standard motor with a nice speed control and running a 2S LiPo, and we'll see what we end up with as a final sort of car for drivability. And I'm not. It's a direct drive car, so I've never had a direct drive car. So obviously the motor is pretty much directly bolted straight to the rear wheels. And I have seen on some other channels, people put some high-powered motors and they're just uncontrollable. So we're going to start off with the 540 to start with. So first of all, in the box, we've got this beautiful polycarbonate body. Really looking forward to getting this one sorted and painted. There's quite a few on the box. There's quite a few like diffusers that are screwed on. So yeah, it's going to look like a very nice kit once it's all built. So that's the body. So I'll just pop that aside. Now I have gone ahead and looked at the wheels and tyres prior to opening it. So super soft, these wheels and tyres. Well, they're called Super Slicks. but they're almost like sticky, like they'll just stick to your fingers. So I've put the wheels on the tyres, and they've got foam inserts, so that's a cool little bonus. So obviously they're all the same. When I opened the box, I thought, oh, it's missing something because there's very little in the box. So we've got a few plastic parts trees, looks like some body mounts and battery holders and whatnot. So as I said, very little in the actual kit. And then we've got like the carbon composite top and bottom chassis plates. So it's good to see that it's not all plastic. Now the one reason I did want the F104 Formula 1 car was because it does actually have some hop-up items on it, and it's actually cheaper than this car. So I don't understand that. Maybe Tamiya pay royalty to Toyota for using the body. But as I said, because of that stuff up, I did get this car price matched to the other one, so I can't complain. We've got our front arms there, and then we've got our motor, gears, and it's good to see this has got a ball diff in it. And the only thing that this doesn't have, it's just got like a normal friction damper for the centre, whereas the F104 had a nice oil shock. But it just looks like a pretty standard shock, so I've got a few of those. We can always upgrade that at a later date. What else have we got in the box? We have got some more polycarbonate. So we've got, looks like some light buckets, and it looks like some different sections that you've got to screw onto the main body. So that's why I'm going to do the chassis first, and we'll leave the body and decals and paint for another video, just so I can spend a bit more time with it. We've got some mirrors for the body, and obviously all your usual documentation on where the stickers go. And yeah, all of our decals. As you can see, there's a lot of decals, and we obviously have our manual where it all goes together. So as you can see, it's a nice looking chassis. So let's get on and build it. So hopefully you enjoyed the build video of the F103 GT car. As I said, the chassis came out absolutely awesome. Really enjoyed this. It's something different on the channel that I haven't built before. Very basic build. There's a few little upgrades that I have ordered. I've ordered some nicer turnbuckle steering to get rid of some of the slop in the front end, and some different gear ratios to try. So as I mentioned before, I do have a F104 Pro, which has all the TRF upgrades. So I'm thinking for this car, I'm going to leave it pretty standard, and I'll use the 104 Pro with all the TRF upgrades, and I'll probably upgrade to an F1 sort of tuned motor as well. So that's the chassis done. Looks absolutely awesome. Unfortunately, I didn't get out to do a running video just because it's been pouring down rain here the last couple of days and been wild with the weather. and yeah, I haven't got out to give it a test run yet, so unfortunately we'll have to wait another day to do that. And the actual body, the hybrid Gazoo racing body, I've cut it out, looks fantastic on the car. It's very, very low, very sleek. So there's a whole heap of other wings and centre pieces that have got to go on it, plus a few other diffusers. So I'll probably do this one off camera. The next you'll see of this car is probably running it, with it all completed and all finished. But yeah, I can highly recommend this as a totally different kit for someone who has a lot of Tamiya kits, you know, whether they be more plastic models or whatnot. The carbon chassis design is awesome, and obviously that fixed sort of direct drive system with that pretty cool ball diff on the back was something different as well. Big thumbs up from me is I always love a chassis where the wiring just works nicely, and as you can see, the wiring there, it's all neat and tidy and tucked away in the chassis without too much problems. As you would have seen, I've just gone with the standard TBLE 02S for this one, just purely because I'm probably going to leave it as the 540, and I'll just run a LiPo, 2S LiPo pack, and that should be more than enough power, as I do plan on building that 104 Pro to be a little bit quicker car. So this one here will be a nice little runner in factory form. Now it doesn't come with the speed controller, so you'll have to add that. The only other thing too also, guys, is I was going to put a nice servo in this car, but in the instruction manuals and in part of the build you would have noticed that you have to cut the steering servo, you have to cut the tabs off for it to fit in the chassis. So I wasn't prepared to sacrifice a nice servo to do that with, so hence why I just put a older, cheaper Futaba servo in, and you know, it should well and truly do the job. The steering's quite light on the front end of these. So that's it for the video today. As always, hit like and subscribe. I'll catch you on the next video. So I actually have probably the next video might be a build for a viewer's car. So a viewer has sent me pretty old, it's a brand new kit, it's a re-release kit. Wanted me to feature it on the show and build it for them. So that's cool. So I'll have a subscriber build coming up soon, which is awesome. And obviously I'm still waiting on a few parts for some of my own cars. So until the next video, guys, thanks for watching. Hit like, hit subscribe, check us out on Facebook and Instagram at RC Action Australia. Bye.